And this is episode 78 of the playonultra podcast. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What's up? Yeah. This podcast is brought to you by all the corporate shields, all the corporations.
Yes, every corporation.
Following in the footsteps of Jeff Keighley, I guess. Doritos and Mountain Dew. So yeah, what's up? How's your weeks?
Fine.
So,
Played Infra and WoW.
good.
Pretty much it.
Saw that. How was your week, Sarah?
So I had played more. I think I talked about Amnesia Memories, that Otome game. I finished a route, although I got the normal ending, so I have to go back and get the good ending. But I know exactly what I did wrong, so it won't be hard. And thankfully, I actually managed to get a save point like right before that point where I started going off the deep end, so it shouldn't be that hard. It was interesting.
But you're replaying it, right?
Yeah, I'll be replaying it basically, or at least
Aren't you replaying it for your channel?
Yeah, I am playing it for my channel. The first episode just went up today of this recording. By the time this gets out, probably multiple episodes have been up. But yeah, so it has been recorded and it'll be up. So that's exciting. The other thing though is on Sunday, last Sunday, I went to the Game Grumps live event in my state. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Basically what they did was they played like a Mario Party 10, and anytime it was 4 players, and so they were 2 of the players, but they divided the audience into 2 teams, and anytime there was like a versus portion of it, they would get different audience members to come up. Nice. I was not chosen, sadly, so I did not go up, but that's okay because it was way too much pressure, so I wouldn't have wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think
was
the
it
best
a con?
No, it was just an event. So it was like a not performance, but I mean like it was in a stage hall.
Yeah.
And we had to get tickets and everything. So that was really cool.
Nice.
I think the funniest story I have to share is a friend of mine and I kind of got accidentally sort of internet famous, although no one knows it's us. So I have to tell this story because it's really funny. So Vernon, he's one of the producers or helpers of their channel. He's there, obviously, and he had tweeted out something, and my friend responded on Twitter of, would you like us to bring you some Fanta? Because in Michigan, the state that I'm from, Fanta is a soda company was from here, so like it comes in a bunch of different flavors.
That. We have them here.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's from Michigan.
They're from Michigan.
Yep. I know,
okay.
Weird, right? So, what flavors do you have? Because there's like a bunch of different flavors.
I've seen the orange one.
That's the most
I don't
popular
drink.
one. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so there's like a bunch of different ones. There's like cotton candy, rock and rye. Anyway, they're weird. So he said, yeah, bring me Fanta. So my friend and I went to like a gas station and picked up like 6 bottles, different flavors of Fanta, and we were waiting in line to get in, and Vernon happens to be walking down and saying hi to people, and so we showed him the bag of Fanta, and he was like, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, not Fanta, Faygo. Wow, I'm stupid. Faygo, not Fanta. I get the two mixed up.
We don't have that here.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I realized after, I was like, no, you're thinking of Fanta Orange. No, Faygo, F-A-Y-G-O. Sorry, viewers are screaming at me. Faygo Pop we have over here. So we got him like 6 bottles of Faygo, and he took one but didn't really know what to do with the rest of it, and so he told us to put it on they had like a merch table where people could like give gifts and stuff like that. So he said just to put it there. So we did that, but before that, Vernon like had a video of him like opening a bottle of Faygo that was put on Twitter, and on top of that, Danny, one of the Game Grumps, put a picture on Instagram after the performance with all the Faygo pop and was like, "Thank you, Michigan, for the hospitality." So yeah, that was cool. Woot. So that was my 5 seconds of indirect.
Brought to you
fame.
by the playonultra podcast.
Yes. Oh man. So yeah, but yep, still playing Amnesia. Gonna be having to play more of it. Although I have tons of episodes, so probably be waiting till I'm done with exams. But I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'm very happy with the kind of game it is. Well, it's a visual novel, but the way that they do choices. Obviously, there's only 3 different types of endings: bad, normal, and good. So like not so much variation, but it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. There's a part in it where, because part of the plot that I'm in is the boyfriend that you forgot you had, people are saying that he may have tried to kill you, and he's trying to say that he didn't. And so at one point he gets arrested again, and the police show up and ask you questions, and you actually have to be very careful of your answers, because each answer has different implications of whether it means that you are making him sound bad or you don't know what happened, and because you don't remember, it's just weird. It's very interesting though, so I'm enjoying it. And the boys are pretty, so that's good. That's it.
That's it? Okay.
That's it.
Fo, what did you do?
I finished Westworld.
Nice.
Everybody dies.
It's
Yeah, it's good.
It's very fucking good.
I can't really say anything. It's
Yeah,
too
you
early
can't
to
say anything.
stuff,
But the first I kind of like binge episode 1 to 9 on like in one day, and like
long,
that's like 9 hours. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So just waiting for the last episode to come out, and like the entire thing is really good and really interesting. But I feel the first episode is the best. It's like the one that blows your mind a lot.
It has like a good, not too hard little twist in it. Yeah, it sets things up real well.
It
It's
sets
one of the more,
things
like,
up very
gamey-
well, but it sort of
Yeah.
ends well as well.
Yeah.
It's like if there's no more episodes after that, you kind of like start to make your own universe kind of thing. Start to make your own conclusions and all that.
The old movie doesn't have terribly good ratings, which makes me sad. Because I kind of want to go back
yeah.
and watch it.
Yeah, I probably won't.
I
I
probably
think
won't
there's a TV series as well, Beyond Westworld, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
And I think the movie
this-
doesn't have just Western. I think it's like a mix of different types.
That could be. Like,
types
so
of
this isn't
world.
a spoiler, but in the show, at one point, you see like this one level of the facility where they have like samurai robots. So I'm assuming it's
Shogun.
like Eastworld or something. And you see like a
Or
reference
Shogun
to like
World. The crest is SW. So it's either Samurai
Okay.
World or Shogun World or something.
that just breaks the pattern. That's dumb. It's not Cowboy World.
Exactly.
But I mean, and you do see like a science like Park 1, Sector 3, Zone 2. So that definitely implies more than one park as well.
So do you think the park is already up and running, or they're testing new stuff? It's already up and
I
running.
don't
right?
think it's up and running.
Ah.
Because I think that Hannibal
Because
Lecter
nobody else
would-
made
would
any
have a
reference
big-
to it
Yeah.
during the...
Well, so I think the Westworld's like the test ground where they're working out all the bugs and finessing things.
The one thing I really like about the show is like there's things happen and there's a reason for it. Like everything that's said, everything that's happened, there's a reason for it. Even the smallest thing. Like,
Yeah.
fuck. You want to do a spoiler cast on it? I don't know. It's just a fun
Yeah, we could. I don't
show
know.
to talk about.
It's a
I
little
don't know.
out of our bailiwick, but we could.
Yeah. Not sure how good it will be. But hey.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We
should
can talk spoilers on it.
We could play WoW and talk Westworld.
It's so good. Seriously, go and freaking watch it. The first is one of those. There's a lot of shows where the first episode is kind of like the weakest one because it's like trying to set up everything and all that. This one, the
Right.
first episode to me is the best. So
I
good.
don't know what my favorite episode is. I don't remember. I mean, because I watched them all a week apart, so I don't remember the beginning that well. I remember the highlights.
I'm so hooked. I was like reading all the stuff on the Westworld sub, reading all the fan theories and stuff. So good. Have you finished Luke Cage?
No, I haven't watched any Luke Cage since the last podcast. I
Westworld is
talked
so
about
much better
watching
though.
Luke Cage.
So
It is. I basically have only been watching. I haven't been watching that much at all. So I've been watching Westworld each week, and I'm an episode behind on SNL, and that's kind of all I'm watching. I don't really have any anime I'm following. I need to finish. I had started watching, and I need to finish Ghost in the Shell because I never watched Ghost in the Shell.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching an anime movie this tonight.
What
It's
is Redline,
no, Your Name,
Paprika.
Kimi no Nawa
Oh.
or something like that.
Yeah,
Kino.
isn't that? I think I heard about that one. I heard
It's
it
like
was really,
huge
really
in
good.
Japan or something.
Yeah, it's huge.
And
right
it's show
now. Yeah,
if it's showing in cinemas over here means it's like pretty big
yeah,
because we
yeah.
don't show animes here. There's only like one cinema in the entire city that shows like foreign films and anime, but this one is being shown like everywhere.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's like pretty crazy. So yeah, bought the tickets. Nice. Gonna
I've
watch
heard it's
that.
good. Let us know. Let us know how it is, because I'm curious.
I think it's just like a romance drama. I think like
Yeah.
a slice of life type of anime.
That's what I heard. That's why I was
Seems
so
like it
surprised
from
it
the
got so
posters.
big. Well, I guess I shouldn't
Yeah.
be, but...
So
Does
what
it
else
make you
did you
cry?
do, Phil?
Played Infra, which was
Nice.
really good. Oh, I did watch a movie. I watched the documentary on Leonard Nimoy, done by his son.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is his son a
Which was-
filmmaker?
No, not really. His son was like, he had some. I can't remember what his son did. He had something to do with like film a little bit, but not a lot. But like before Leonard died, he been like, I'm gonna do like a documentary on, like why Spock is such an iconic character. Like what about this character? Like he wasn't even at first like the main character. Like why is he the most like iconic and memorable and like arguably loved character? And then like looking into it, he's like, this has to. I'm gonna grow this and actually make it about my dad a little bit as well. So that was kind of cool to see.
Awesome. Is it good?
Yay.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's really good.
Cool.
So I'd recommend. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called The Man Behind Spock, The Man with the Pointed Ears.
He has
I think-
such an amazing voice. I love his voice.
I
Let
know.
Yeah.
It's true.
He voiced
son
Galvatron in the 1986 Transformers
Yes.
movie. Fucking awesome voice. Orson Welles did Unicron. So yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Such good voices.
His son looks like this weird hybrid between himself and Michael Bolton. It's just kind of weird.
Michael
to look
Bolton's hair, or
At. Well, I don't know.
can you
It's hard
imagine
to
Michael Bolton's
describe.
hair on Leonard Nimoy's face?
Oh, gosh. No.
Leonard Nimoy is not like white, right?
He's Jewish. His parents are from. Not
I didn't know he was
America?
Jewish.
I don't know.
I thought he kind of looked, a little bit Asian-y, look a bit like.
Well, like in his acting career, like back in the day when this wasn't as frowned upon, he'd play like Native American characters and stuff,
okay.
or he'd play like
Kinda
like when he was on Mission Impossible, he was like the master of disguises, so he'd play a bunch of different,
right.
vaguely racist roles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he did like
Listen.
he did like an Asian character. He had like a
Yeah.
couple of different ones. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. I watched that. I played Infra Chapter 6. Didn't finish it yet, but it's pretty good. I haven't encountered any hard puzzles yet, but the setting's picking up. I'm definitely more curious about like the political atmosphere, like why things are happening. Although I've forgotten most of the names, so that could be why mystery has been enhanced, because I
But
don't remember
you're
anything.
mostly alone, right?
You never directly interact with anybody. There might be a couple times where you call someone on a phone, but for the most part, you just hear your own voice talking to yourself. You can find these hidden like record players every now and then, which will play like some guy's like journal, and you can find like newspaper clippings on the ground and that kind of thing. But the reason this episode is kind of one of the reasons this new chapter is kind of exciting is you see real people for the first time. You can't interact with them because on the other side of glass, but it's like real people walking on the street. Like holy crap! I'm not alone in the world. They don't see you, unfortunately. And then WoW. Play a lot of WoW. I'm gearing up. I've been doing a lot of mythics. I started living my second character because I hit this point, and my main character is an engineer, and I want to build some stuff, and some of the things I need to build the stuff require alchemy. And like normally I'd buy the thing. Like if it's a one thing, I just buy it. But like because I want to build like a bunch of different things and they all require a large amount of this thing, I'm just going to try and level an alchemist like really quickly. We'll see how feasible it is. I might give up and just buy the things eventually anyway. But yeah. So I played Demon Hunter, which it's funny because my main character is the monk, and monks are easily the silliest character because they're just like I don't know.
They're
They're just very silly.
punching monsters.
Yeah, and it's like pandas so silly, and I don't know. Like they're like main like so in Legion, the most recent expansion pack, each class has like this epic quest. Like you have to save the world by doing this thing. And each class has its own like really epic thing. And the monks is like, you have to craft this really good alcohol because they're brewmasters. And it's like, oh, this is so dumb. But I'm actually finding the Demon Hunters to be even a little sillier, just because
Really?
they're so dark and angsty. It's like, I sacrificed everything. I feel so much pain.
So it's basically a Final Fantasy main character, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I do have like the because you can only be Night Elves and Blood Elves, and the only ones who can be Demon Hunters. So I do have this stupid hair and like the eye bandage.
No.
And
So with the shaved sides
pretty
and
silly.
tied hair.
Yeah.
So like
And
silver
big ol'
and silver
horns.
hair.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's not dumb, but it's definitely silly compared to some of the other
Campy,
things.
cheesy, yeah.
Like, yeah, totally. But the class
How's the
plays well.
movesets and stuff? Is it fun to use?
It's cool. Yeah, it's very cool. It has so their
Is it
energy
like a
system.
mana burn type of thing?
So they have their HP system, and then they have, I don't remember what they call their resource pool, but like you have moves that generate it, and whenever you take damage, you also get it. So, so because like they only have 2 talent trees. There's a DPS tree and a tank tree, so they're all kind of about
But
like.
they can play tank.
Yeah, they can play tank. Because they can turn into a demon for a little bit. They have like these weird like they love AOE moves. All like
Nice.
half their moves are AOE and like dodgy. And
Do they
shadowy.
change shape, form?
Yeah, they have like a really long cooldown, which turns them into a demon for a while, for like
Nice.
30 seconds. It really like increases your damage by a lot. But I'm only level 100. Like so, last week I believe I said you started at level 90. You actually start at level 98. So I've only leveled up
98.
twice.
Okay.
98. So I'm still technically in the starting zone.
Nice.
I mean, well, technically, I'm in the new zone, but it's like instance out to be the starting zone still for story purposes. I think that's all I did game-wise. Yeah. I'm looking, next week, Rogue One comes out, which
Oh,
Yes. That's right. I'm going to be seeing it too.
I need to
I'm
watch
excited
that.
for a little more than I was previously because I got free tickets to a Thursday night screening, so that makes me a little more excited. I'm not risking anything.
Were you invited by some local fan club or something?
I guess one of the board members of my company does something, so
He knows George
they emailed
Lucas.
out- Yeah.
I don't think George Lucas wants to go to this movie though.
No, I
That's
think
actually
he said he
interesting.
watched it. He said he liked it.
I just
I don't know if that's good or
I
bad.
think so. I don't know.
I have no idea if that's good or bad.
Yeah.
George Lucas liking it.
that's
his
my
wife.
worry. Oh well.
I think his wife has a better grasp on what makes
True.
it a
That's,
movie.
that's
Well,
yeah.
she's the one that didn't they say she's the one that kind of like helped with some of his ideas not
She
be
was
as
the
ridiculous?
voice of reason.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
She's the one that did most of the editing for the better movies, like the first 2, I think, or something.
I
I
think
think
she
the
also
second
just.
one is where she did her most.
Oh, okay. I think it's also just.
And the
she had
second one
some
is
of
like
the-
everybody's favorite, I guess.
That's my favorite. So.
I think so. I mean, I think it could be. Because I don't think she had anything to do with the third one. And the third one is the silliest of the 3.
Yeah.
Which, although, I mean, to be fair, as a child, it was my favorite.
Oh yeah, I think it
So I don't
was. No, I think I still like the second one, but yeah, no, I understand.
Like whatever you like, because as a kid, I actually enjoyed The Phantom Menace, and it's considered so bad that people take it out from the list of movies to watch.
Hey,
Everybody liked The Phantom Menace for the first year after seeing it.
Yeah.
Really?
Everybody liked it. Like, it didn't get bad reviews immediately. It took people
Yeah.
a year to be like, wait a second.
So
this
why is
might
it like the
actually
black
be
sheep of
bad."
the Star Wars universe now?
I think because of midichlorians. I think
Yep,
Kid
yeah.
Anakin and
Yep.
midichlorians
Midichlorians
and
and-
Gungan Army. I don't know.
Okay, Jar Jar Binks.
He wasn't until the second movie, I don't think, though.
No, he was the first.
No, he was in the first one.
He
Oh,
was
he's
the
the
biggest
first?
in the first.
Oh wow,
He's
I
not
can't
really even
remember.
in the other 2. I mean,
Yeah,
he's like little cameo roles.
I can't remember
So,
him.
Good.
I mean,
you're
Darth
lucky.
Maul is cool.
Yeah.
Darth Maul is
Double-bladed
cool.
lightsabers.
A little silly, but pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
pretty
but still,
cool.
it's
On
like
the
the
whole.
only
It's still
thing
cool.
that's good about the movie.
I think to me, like I think
I
I
like
also liked
Qui-Gon.
Yeah, I like Qui-Gon as well. I think I liked Phantom Menace as a child. I think the main issue I had as a child was the beginning was really confusing for me, which I think kind of makes sense because like the way they set it up is not really that well done. It's very just like in your face. So I remember the beginning just kind of watching and going, I don't know what's going on. And then once the action picked up, I was like, oh, okay. But I remember it took a while for me to understand like what was that, why they were all in the movie. Yeah, like what's
I
going on?
watched the movie so many times, and I replayed the PS1 video game so many times. It's like,
No
I don't know
shame.
why. I
I'm
keep
not
doing
I'm
it.
not shaming you.
I don't know
I'm
why.
not.
So good.
There's a cut. There's a I haven't seen it, but there's a allegedly very good cut of the movies 1 through 3. They edited them down into 1 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really,
I heard about
coherent.
that. I haven't
it
seen
adds
it,
storylines through editing that actually to
That-
fix plot holes.
What's it called? The machete?
Machete is not Star Wars. That's like the thing with like
No, there's this guy that made it so that he told you in what order you should watch it in, and his order is called the machete order, and it's not
didn't
like
know
1
that.
2 3 4 5 6 or 4 5 6 1 2 3. It's I think it's like 4 2 5 6, something like that. He didn't even put 1 in it. He said
that
don't even
sounds
bother
like
watching it.
it's not gonna work unless you haven't
It's
seen
like
any of them before.
it's like the most popular way to watch it now. Actually,
Oh, that's
Interesting.
machete
interesting.
order. Yeah, look it up. It's a pretty popular post.
How does
I think
7
I've
fit in?
heard
I
of that.
wonder.
Yeah, but I think that was
After.
done before 7.
Right,
watch
right.
it
I'll
Yeah,
tell
it
you,
was.
stick
It
it in.
was.
So yeah, where does Rogue One happen again? When does it happen? It's not
Before
after 3,
episode
before 4, right?
Before
It is.
4.
It is.
It's before
Oh,
4.
yeah.
After 3, before 4.
Yeah.
It's in the middle.
It's
During
the
4, they already had the blueprints, right?
Yes.
I mean,
that's
they're in
that's what
R2.
Leia is giving to R2D2. Yeah, I can't say his name. R2D2.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So at that point they already have the plans. This is the story of how they got the plans.
I also kind of mentioned
All the Bothans
in a
die.
thread talking about whitewashing in cinema and stuff like that, and like a lot of characters or actors getting typecast. So I was like, yeah, even Donnie Yen got typecast. Even in the Star Wars movie, he's playing a blind kung fu guy. And I got downvoted for it. He is playing a blind kung fu guy.
That's pretty funny.
How am I wrong?
I don't know why you're wrong.
Even in a Star Wars movie where there's like blasters and shit, he's the blind kung fu guy. I'm not sure if he's a Jedi or what.
I wonder
Probably.
if
I don't
he's in
think he is.
Luca. He's probably not. And so in Star Wars canon, I believe it's still canon. Maybe it's been decanonized. I don't know.
It's probably not.
Was it
Yeah.
an EU?
They're in Tor. They're a playable race in the Old Republic MMO.
Oh yeah, I don't
The
know.
Mira
what?
Luca. They're like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like humans, but
I love Mira
they
Luca.
look like demon hunter humans.
I love
They're
Mira
all
Do they
blind.
have strong affinity with the Force but not Jedis?
Yes.
Right, because they don't
They
see
can't.
the
they're
Force.
blind.
They don't
Like,
really have
all of them,
eyes.
yeah.
It's
Is
really
that what
creepy.
Donnie Yen is? No.
I don't know.
No,
It
I
looks
don't
like he
think
could be.
so. It could if
But
that's
that'd
what
be
they
interesting
did.
because one
that
of
would
the
be really
weird
cool.
things about Star Wars 7 was how there weren't any species in it that were previously known. Like Star Wars 7 had all new species, which is
Yeah.
which is not bad per se. It's just strange. So I guess 4 might have 4. I mean, even the trailer for 4 has like pretty much all new species. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of sections like Celestins and stuff. Anyway, that was my week. What about your week, Shar?
Finally did my Fossil Fighters Champions review. I keep forgetting to do it. Finally did it.
Yeah.
Also reviewed Pokemon Moon.
Okay.
I
didn't see that yet.
I called it Send Help because they tend to do that in
Oh.
that game.
That reminds me. I've been playing
What?
Pokemon in WoW because they have
Pokemon?
they have a pet battle system.
Oh right.
WoW now.
Gosh. Oh no.
It's a lot of grinding, but it's kind of fun.
When I started playing WoW a few months ago, I kind of like kept playing the pet battling thing.
Darn it, guys.
It's just funny what kind of pets you can have. Like I have like because this pet battle system was retrofitted onto WoW. Like I had a pet I got like years ago in WoW from their winter special. So I have like a little Santa's helper gnome. It's like, you're my slave gnome. We will battle these monsters for me. And this gnome's like throwing snowballs and it's these giant scorpions. Just
Oh, so even
your
like-
life sucks.
They grandfathered the old pets as well.
All
basically?
pets, yeah, have been grandfathered in, as far as I know.
Oh my
Yeah.
Interesting.
gosh. Oh no.
So it's pretty silly.
I think I started with like a rabbit or something. I can't remember.
A rabbit, that'd be cool.
Managed to get a cobra looking thing,
Ooh.
which is cool.
I haven't caught any. I think I caught like a deer. I don't know. As an engineer, I build my own pets pretty much. I have like mechanical birds and scorpions and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So I didn't. Okay, back to your Pokemon
Yes.
Moon. How is that? Send help does not sound like a good thing.
Oh yeah.
It's just more referencing the SOS system,
makes-
which is so fucking annoying.
Got it.
yeah.
But
Yep.
overall, I really like the game. Highly recommend it for both new and old Pokemon players.
Did you beat it?
I haven't yet, but I'm like 30 hours in. I
That'd be-
already
that would be
unlocked
fast.
all the
That's
mechanics.
enough.
I already unlocked all
30
the
hours,
mechanics.
so like you could put the game down and be satisfied.
Yeah. Whereas I watched that. I watched Moana last night.
Cool. How was it?
You guys watched it yet?
I've not.
No,
I really,
I
really
don't know
want
if
to.
I want to.
Why?
I want to.
Because they're brown, right?
I don't like his face. I really don't like the god character's face. It kind of disturbs me.
So
He looks like an orc man. I don't know. It's weird.
yeah, a lot of people were like, I remember back when they were announcing it, they were like,
And singing.
there's a controversy regarding the movie because they were like, why is this guy the stereotypical big, Samoan type guy? And then
He's a Samoan god, right?
yeah, because people were saying like the god is he actually looks like that, like huge.
Yeah.
He's like a demigod. So
Well, it's like people
shut the fuck up,
complained.
basically.
What movie was it where the digital short beforehand is like two volcanoes falling in love?
Yes, I was actually
yeah,
just
yeah.
thinking
People,
of that.
people complained, even though he was
yes.
a model. They were both modeled after real people.
Real
Yeah.
people. Yeah, I know.
Look at his real photo. The volcano is that
It's
big.
him.
It
Yeah,
really
it's
is
just
that big.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Oh man, I just want to be offended. And
So you like the movie? You recommend it?
the shot before Moana was really good. Was really really good. Moana itself, visually very striking, very beautiful.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of blues and a lot of greens. It's so beautiful. It's a very beautiful looking movie. The story is pretty, it's pretty standard. The singing sucks balls.
Oh really?
Oh no!
Because
really?
the songs, they kind of force in the Samoan influences, but basically they sound like modern pop songs
Like a
that you'll
pop?
find in
Oh,
any
that's the
cartoons.
worst.
And it's
That's what
so
ruins
bad.
this, Lorax.
I really hated the songs, and they kind of just force the songs in. It doesn't feel like,
Part of the story.
yeah, like all the other movies. It feels, seamless, right? The transition between normal and singing and stuff. This one is like, okay, stop now. Okay, sing and then stop and then sing. And it's like, it just feels so weird.
Interesting.
I mean, the singing was so bad, and I think they had like 5 songs in between.
Did you see
Quite a lot of
Kubo
singing.
and the Two Strings yet?
Still haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I was gonna say how it compared. Because I
Does it
really
have
like
singing?
Kubo a lot.
I liked Kubo.
Yes.
Is it Disney?
Is it? Well,
It's not really
It's like
singing.
one. It's not. It's not. It's more like instrumental.
Yeah.
And
It's very
like,
a lot of yeah.
spoken word.
Yeah, it's not
right.
quite. It's not like
So
a Disney
it has like a
movie.
rhythm a bit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to recommend Moana. It doesn't
That's too
have the
bad.
usual Disney magic.
That's too bad.
I saw the digital short for the Angry Birds movie, and it was very good.
Oh,
I didn't see the
Never
movie at all, but the
so it's like
the
a trailer.
prequel little, no, like the short beforehand.
Oh.
Oh,
It's the same kind of deal. It's like unrelated little short thing beforehand. It's very.
I didn't know
cute.
they did it for Angry Birds. That's funny. That I ever saw Angry
Is Angry Birds a Disney movie?
I don't know.
No, I
It looks like it could
I
have
won't.
been.
I won't be surprised.
was-
Disney owns everything now.
would be very
Yeah,
surprised
pretty
if
much.
it was. I was gonna
So,
guess it was like DreamWorks or something.
So yeah, Moana. Very difficult to recommend because the song is so bad. I can't. Oh, man. Very disappointed actually.
It's
Visually very beautiful though. I also played Watch Dogs 2.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
how
I saw
is
you playing that
that?
on Steam.
Yeah, I saw it on Steam as well.
Yeah, I finally managed to find the .exe file.
Hooray!
How is that? It's very. It doesn't take itself seriously, which I really
Oh,
like.
that's
It
a-
reaches
that's
really good.
Saints Row level cheese.
Oh,
Oh
interesting.
wow, that's unexpected.
That's
Yeah,
a
because the
different
first
twist.
game was so serious with that
Oh my
iconic
God.
character
Yeah.
with his iconic baseball cap.
Oh, so bad.
It's a really good game.
Okay. I saw
the
it's a totally
hacking
new
is really
character.
fun. Yeah. This game is basically a hipster's wet dream. You're based in San
Okay.
Francisco. A lot of
okay
cafes
with that.
around. You can buy all your hipster clothes. So yeah. Actually, I'm really interested to see if, like, I don't know if you're gonna play this, but because it's San Francisco, just
Not.
wanna see whether you're like, oh, I know this place. Oh, I live here.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, because I've heard people say about The Division that their New York is really accurate. So it'd probably be same with Watch Dogs 2 and then San Fran. But the map is much smaller than a normal Ubisoft game.
That may
And
not
it's
be a
very
bad
compact.
thing.
There's like a lot of things.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 islands, bridges. And it's not as big as the other Ubisoft game, and it's really compact. There's a lot of stuff to do. So there's still
Chicago.
the usual Ubisoft open world formula, but not as crazy because it's smaller maps and more compact and stuff like that. And because there's just so little games about hacking, so whenever like a side thing is going on about hacking, it's like really fun. And they also kind of changed the hacking minigame.
Oh.
So in the first game, when you want to hack something, you if you want to hack something big, there's like a mini game. So there's a time limit.
Dishonored?
No, the first game, Watch
No.
Dogs.
The first game, Watch
Oh,
Dogs.
Watch Dogs. I'm thinking Dishonored. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay,
when you want
so
to
like Dishonored 2 is set in San Francisco. What's going on?
so
What a twist.
so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the first game in
Sorry.
the first Watch Dogs, there's whenever you want to hack something huge, usually based in a story thing or whatever. When it's something big, it will go to like a separate screen, and you have to align pipes with the
You play
power
pipes.
kind of thing.
Yeah, you play pipes.
Basically pipes.
Yeah.
So in this game, the puzzle system is still the same thing, but instead of going to a separate screen, the pipes are all over around the physical world. So you have to move around to find it. I don't know. I just find it really cool actually. And you
Okay.
have a land drone and a quadcopter. It's so cool.
Okay. So
And,
cool.
yeah.
Finally.
There's a lot of it's actually a very good stealth game.
Oh,
Because you have the
finally.
quadcopter, you have the Land Rover drone thingy, you can scout ahead, you can take out enemies by hacking like the steam pipes and blowing it up, hacking like a transformer, a generator. You can hack cars to reverse and shit like that. I've killed so many people just doing that. So cool. But there's one thing that the combat feels weird. Because it doesn't make sense for these hacker guys to be wielding freaking assault rifles.
That was the problem with the first game.
I don't know.
It actually matches the first game more because he's such an asshole. But in this game, they're just like a bunch of hipster hackers.
Yeah.
And they be like holding freaking shotguns and shit. I'm like, what? What the fuck?
Where you
They
getting
should
that?
have
I mean,
just...
at DEF CON, they do have, if you get there early enough, they do have like a couple different expeditions out to a shooting range.
But it just
People bring their
doesn't
stuff.
fit the game at all. It doesn't fit
Fair
the
enough.
themes at all. And
Yeah.
like the stealth is so good already. If they
Okay.
just focus a bit more on it, they could have just gotten rid of the guns and just went with a full stealth thing.
That
That
would've
would've
been
been-
cool.
And maybe just like a stun gun or something for like emergencies.
Like some
and
hacked
shit.
together device.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
homemade
exactly.
like
Yeah, it's so
bomb
good.
or something.
So I
You
have
know
to
that
ask.
you know that yeah. Okay, one more
Oh,
thing.
no.
You know that
Go ahead.
you know that term that's super annoying when it comes to gameplay and narrative not matching. Ludonarrative dissonance. Ludonarrative penis, whatever thing.
I didn't
That's
even
a
know that's a
fine.
term.
It's
I
a
love
good phrase.
Fuck.
it. That's a hilarious
mean,
phrase.
It
I love
sounds like something from
It's
a hipster.
The problem with
Sounds
it,
like someone
the
with a
problem
video
with
game
it is
philosopher's
there's no
degree.
better substitute.
Say,
That's
not
the
yeah,
problem.
no
There's,
better.
there's no
substitute.
better alternative, and that's the problem. I wish
So,
there was
yeah.
a different thing.
Yeah, this game
It's
has
just-
ludonarrative vagina, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Sorry. I'm too.
You gonna ask something, Sarah?
I just wanted to ask, so because one of the issues in the first game that was very, 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 very frustrating was that there were sections, especially towards the end, where you had to do shooting. You couldn't just stealth your way out. Have you found that in this game that you like actually have a choice in whether you can stealth or use guns blazing?
Usually when there's an objective and like an area where there's guards and shit, mostly you don't need to do it. Sometimes there's like okay, and it's like a force, right? Oh, the alarm went off. You have to stay there to get the data and like defend your position for a while. So that's that.
Okay.
So,
guess at least
but sometimes I
something.
defend my position without being seen. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
good.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's something then.
But it's like, it's more of me. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I was not seen because, I don't know, I felt they wanted to force me to use guns. There was a couple of points that like that. So they should have just taken the combat out.
Yeah. Because that was a huge issue in the first game. Oh, that's good. I remember when I first heard Watch Dogs 2 was coming out, I was like, are they going to do the Ubisoft way, where it's like the first game is and the second game is yay? And then all the other games are kind of what? We'll see what happens.
I highly
That is true. That's
recommend
an
if you
accurate
just want to
description.
play a mindless, fun, open world style game. It's really
Yeah.
good.
That's cool. I'm glad they don't take those too seriously, because that was first game. Oh.
Can you
the
hack
angst.
somebody's like TV so it explodes and kills them?
No, you can't hack these.
It's like Party Hard, but Watch Dogs style.
I can't even hack the trams. I thought I'd be able to
Aw.
hack the
That's
trams.
weird.
You
That
can
is
hack
actually really
cars. Yeah.
The trams literally got hacked here in San Francisco.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Like 2 weeks ago, if you went to go buy a ticket for the Caltrans system, it said you've been hacked or something like that. Like you couldn't pay. Like they got ransomware on their system, and they refused to pay. And they had good backups, so it didn't matter. But it meant the trains were free for like 2 days.
Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Super
Oh.
nice.
One more question about Watch Dogs 2. Oh no, I lost the question. Oh, right. So
You
is your
lost
main...
the question?
No, I got the question again.
Okay.
I almost
Let's
forgot
say
it.
it quick before it goes away.
Is your only mode of getting money still stealing from people's bank accounts? Because
Oh,
that was the
no.
thing in number 1.
When you steal cars, you get
Money from the
you
dashboard.
get money from the you get items from the glove box,
Uh-huh.
and then you can sell it at a pawn shop.
Okay.
You can also hack people's accounts. Yes.
Yeah, you can still do that. It's still because that
There
was
are
something...
money bags to pick up.
I'm sure they're all
Oh, there's
criminals.
actually money bags. See, that's an improvement because in the first game,
So
because
there are
actually
multiple
bags,
ways.
like-
Yeah.
that's good because in the first game, like they had a morality system, right? But apparently, like stealing someone's credit card information, ATM information, and then just taking it from an ATM was totally fine. No one cared about that.
What game was my friend talking about? I think it was Dishonored 2. Not Watch Dogs 2. Actually Dishonored 2.
Dishonored 2 in San
I
Francisco.
think that's the game my friend was talking about, where there's a point where, like, you have this bad guy, and the option's like, you can choose the bad option, which is to kill him, or you can choose the good option, which is to torture him until the point where he's almost dead. Like, those are backwards. Those are freaking
Very, very
backwards, you psychos.
I think it's the first game.
Kill him.
I don't remember.
Right, exactly. You didn't kill him. You just
I
made
don't
him wish he was dead.
remember torturing anyone in Dishonored 2.
Okay, I could be thinking of the wrong game.
Maybe it's the first game.
It might be the first game.
Oh, 2 things. I totally forgot to mention. Another reason why this game is a hipster's wet dream is because DedSec, which is the hacker group that you're basically
Yeah.
working for, their main aim is to get people to know them and know their movement. So you're basically trying to
What?
gain social media followers.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
amazing.
literally
That's
a
amazing.
hipster's wet dream. Have 500,000 on Twitter and make no money. That's like hipsters, that's what they love.
Yep.
500,000 people to
listening.
complain to about their things that offend them and make no money out of that.
I was listening to a really interesting talk from this most recent DEF CON about this guy who made a bot which basically, like, you know how on Twitter's always like, retweet and for a chance to win, blah, blah, blah. He basically made this bot that would, like, do that sort of thing. And one interesting thing he discovered is, so a lot of these bots, you have to follow them and retweet them to enter the sweepstakes. And if you have 0 followers, you can only follow like 2,000 people. So he bought some followers, like 4,000 followers or something like that. But the interesting thing he noticed is a lot of these like things that you have to follow to retweet, they will follow you back. So it's a very easy way to inflate your subscriber numbers, just to subscribe to these people who are also in some capacity also like automated, you know, so they don't even know what they're doing, they're just following you back. And he said, yeah, that's interesting. Like, Twitter is like 50% bots, I think. Like 50% of the traffic on Twitter is bots. Not
the
a fact,
villain,
just an exaggeration.
The villain
but
literally looks like a startup CEO.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
awesome.
Yeah.
See, I see they went for a trend and they just went right for it. I have to applaud them for
Did you
that.
There's also a reference to that guy who what was that investment broker guy that is like super rich, and he bought a some kind of drug, and he shot the price up by 800% or some shit like
oh,
that.
that
Yes,
guy.
yes,
Yeah,
that
whatever
guy.
his name is.
Yeah, there was a small little side mission basically
Zero.
referencing him. Yeah.
Hilarious. You know what?
So there's a lot of like modern,
Yeah.
recent things that happen kind of thing.
Did either of you play GTA 5 story
Yeah.
mode?
I
Yeah.
do not.
Like that first one of the first like heist missions where you basically kill the Facebook CEO. Like you swap out his cell phone with like a bomb.
Oh yeah.
And call him.
He's like the Facebook plus Steve Jobs guy kind of guy, right?
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
the Facebook job guy.
Facebook job. Yeah, book job. Face job.
Be careful when getting a book job. You can get paper cuts.
There's one really, really good thing that I really like about Watch Dogs 2. There's one of the main missions. No spoilers, but there's a character that was introduced that is transgender,
Oh.
and she's the type that you can see pretty clear that she's transgender. But they didn't make a big deal out of it.
Nice. Representation.
You know how a lot of games they were like, "I'm trans" every 5 minutes kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
every
this one-
sentence that ends, I'm trans.
Yeah.
So
this
look at
one,
that guy, I'm trans.
yeah, this one did not do that at all. It was just I'm trans, so like there's nothing to really talk about basically because we're normal people. So yeah,
Sure.
I really like the way they did that.
representation.
But it's still an SJW game because the main character is black. So yeah.
Ha.
Of course. What?
Actually, maybe this is controversial. I feel like most SJWs. I don't know. I don't usually feel them standing up for black rights. I feel like they mostly stand up for like feminine rights, like the number one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
would say so.
Well, there is.
But Black Lives Matter is like a separate thing.
I can tell you, as someone in the social work field, that there is a huge brouhaha with how, like, what you would call SJWs and I would call white feminists that don't take, basically, like, they're not open to, like,
They're in it for
racial
themselves. They're not in it for the right
yeah,
reasons.
it's just also like the idea of like they're very focused on issues that are very just white feminists, but I think they apply
Sure.
to all women. So what you call
There's actually a
we call
very
feminists.
I think it was a
That
video or an
sucks.
article. Basically, it's one of the activists in one of those actual countries that actually has problems.
Right.
She's a Muslim, I believe, or in a Muslim country, and I think she's an activist. She was like asking, why do Western or white feminists not fight for us, basically, because they have the power to, and they're
What would they get from it?
Yeah, nothing.
I don't know what I did the head thing.
Yeah. So fuck all this political bullshit. Video games more
Yeah.
important.
Video games.
Yeah.
Oh, just a small little thing. You know that game advertisements 2016 thing? The Game Awards. The Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I heard something very different, and my mind went.
I heard the date, and like I assume it's a.
It's the same thing. The game advertisements, the Game Awards, it's the same damn thing.
No, it's fine. For some reason, I thought you said Game Xmas. I was very confused.
Yeah, the internet line is not so good. So basically, there's one award called the game's most impactful game or something like that. So it's given to games that talk about social issues or some kind of impactful thing. So like the nominees were Dead Dragon Cancer, of course.
Of course.
Yep.
And they won because they're the most popular. It doesn't really matter if they're
It's
a good
it's
game or
the
not
one
compared to
whose
the rest.
name you know, so it
Yeah.
won. Which is fair, because that means it had the biggest impact.
True.
So
This is
you
one
can't
of
really
the
argue.
only awards that make sense when it talks about popularity,
Yeah.
because it made the biggest impact because most people played it or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Another nominee is 1979 Black Friday or something. The one where I think it's in Iran or something.
Yeah. I heard about that game. It looked really interesting. I never
Yeah,
played
that
it,
was
but
like-
it looked
I did
really
not.
cool.
It's something about their military government and like
Yeah.
the movement to make it more
I remember
Islamic
hearing
and stuff
about
like that.
history
feel
thing.
like
I
it's
don't remember
talked about
the
it?
game,
Quite
though.
It's quite often 50% on Steam. I've been wanting to get it. I think it
Yeah.
has positive reviews, so eventually
Is
one
it like
day.
a walking simulator type thing? Just like a narrative story?
I think it's
It
one of
almost-
those
Like a
like
game.
multiple decision type.
It seems
Okay.
like a Telltale style almost in some ways.
But it's made by like a way smaller indie company.
Yeah.
Right.
Very different.
But it's cool because it's stories that we don't usually get.
Exactly. That's
yeah.
what's really cool.
So the reason why I brought it up is because the presenters of the Impactful Game Award thingy was iJustine. Do you know who iJustine is?
It sounds kind of familiar.
I don't think the organizers knew who she was as well, because when when they introduced her, they just said popular YouTuber iJustine.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong with that?
She mostly just does vlogs because the guy that she was co-presenting is Matt Pat, the guy who does Game Theorist.
Yes.
So
I do know that name.
when they introduced him, they didn't say popular YouTuber. They said the host of Game Theorist.
Oh,
They
gosh,
know what
you're
he
right.
does.
Yeah.
You know, like she's a YouTuber. We don't really know what she does.
I mean, it was their job to know what
Yeah.
she does, but
So,
there's so many like people on YouTube, you can't keep track of them all.
So, again, the reason why I brought it up is because when they announced the winner, you know what that Dragon Cancer is about, right? It's about
Yes.
his son dying of cancer. He's like 4-year-old son.
It's
baby.
it's the story of that guy from Westworld.
Right? So they were like, and the winner is that dragon cancer, and the smile was just so big and everything,
Oh, no.
and everybody was like
yeah.
standing and cheering, not just clapping, not those respectful clap, like
Yeah.
woo,
Yeah, they're with
woo, Call of Duty, woo, Doritos, kind
Yeah.
of cheering. So it's
Game
like,
Award ceremonies are weird to watch.
and his speech, he cried during his speech, so it just made it even
Fair
weirder.
enough, but yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because it's so dumb.
This makes up for it. No, just like, oh.
So yeah.
Oh.
Oh, and I also saw a pre-alpha build of MechWarrior 5. It's gonna be a single-player game.
Oh.
Cool. More mechs is always a good thing.
Yeah,
So,
always.
That's my week, I guess. Yeah, you guys want to get into some news?
News.
Sure. There's the one big thing that happened just today.
Oh, why don't we
No?
start off with that? I don't.
It's probably on your list.
Is it?
PewDiePie deleted his channel.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's
it
right.
was on my list. I wasn't.
It's not that big.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to mention it because I wasn't sure if it qualifies as news, sort of. But it's,
Yeah, I think
mean,
I like the story, or I'm interested in the story because I'm curious in anything that's like a very high profile dissatisfaction with YouTube service.
Yeah.
you know what he did, right?
Well, he just made a new one, right?
No, he deleted his alternate channel,
Oh, not the main one?
not the main one.
Oh, then wait, why does he even have more than one?
The second one, he is like some kind of parody channel. He called it Jacksepticeye 2, and there's only one video on it. That's like a trailer,
That's
and
actually
that's it.
pretty funny.
And he got it in he got 1 million subs in like 1 to 2 days when he opened it a couple of years ago, and he just
That's
deleted that.
really funny.
Yeah, and basically he trolled everyone. I was thinking, well, I mean, it was probably not gonna happen, but I was thinking he did mention before last time that he was kind of tired of making this content. Maybe he wanted to delete it and make.
Yeah,
I mean,
I thought he might.
he
I
can
thought
get back
he-
his subscribers really fast. I don't-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big thing.
Like if you're that high profile and you make vlogs about it, if you delete your channel and make a new one, all the people who resubscribe are the people who are watching anyway. And people who don't
Exactly.
resubscribe are not watching you anyway. So they're not
Right.
really
Because
ad
his-
resources.
Because his
But the
videos are
number
getting
is
like 2
important.
to 3 to 5, and he has 50 million
Million.
subscribers, so it's a pretty small percentage of his subscribers.
I mean, that's 5 million out of 20 million is a pretty decent percentage.
Yeah.
But his
still.
is 5 million out of 50 million, so
Oh, 50, right?
Yeah, he's a-
50 million.
he has
Yeah,
50
Okay, 10%,
million.
that's about normal from
Yeah.
what I hear.
Yeah, it's about normal. So yeah, PewDiePie trolled everyone.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Master
let's
Troll.
get to better news.
I guess this is news. Sega is making movies out of their IPs.
Uh-oh.
Like what?
Which ones?
Yeah, this is a very important question.
Altered Beasts
Interesting.
and like Streets of Rage.
I will watch Streets of Rage. I thought it'd be garbage, but I will watch it.
They are partnering with Stories International and Circle of Confusion. That's the name of the production companies, I guess. Circle of Confusion has produced stuff like Fear the Walking Dead, The Talking Dead, Powers, which I kind of hear is pretty good, Outcast, don't know what that is, Dirk Gently.
Wait. This is the show? Dirk Gently?
Yeah, I think it's being written by that guy, the guy with the pink hair.
Yeah, Max Landis.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Recent films include Spare Parts, American Ultra, and Mr. Right, which stars Sam Rockwell and Anna Kendrick. And their partner, David Engel, is an executive that produced Straight Outta Compton, which I hear is really good. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I've heard it was really good.
I have heard nothing about it.
So they are producing film and television projects based on Sega game franchises, including Shinobi, Golden Axe, Virtua Fighter, The House of the Dead, and Crazy Taxi.
What?
Oh yeah! Get your ride!
Crazy. Sorry, you lost me at Shinobi because I'm just thinking of I'm just remembering the weird like sword that would drain your health and the cool looking scarf. That's Shinobi.
I do like that scarf.
You know what's missing here, right?
Nice scarf. Sonic?
No live action Sonic.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sonic.
I'm okay with that.
Listen, they're not gonna.
I mean, there's
the horse is
enough
dying.
internet fan fiction for that you'd make your money back, but you kind of sell the franchise more than you already have. I don't know. You can't. I mean, I don't think you can ruin that franchise. You got like Black Knight and Werehog. Like, you can't make it worse.
You can't make it worse.
Challenge accepted.
So, next piece of news. You know that sequel Nier, Nier, Nier Automata being made by Platinum. So apparently the PC version is not gonna come out at the same time as the PS4 version, which is usual, which is normal. The PS4 version is coming out March 7th in North America and March 10th in Europe and Australia next year. So it's pretty close, a couple of months away. I'm just excited there's gonna be a PC version. Yeah,
I mean that's definitely a slight surprise and a good one.
Oh, people were like complaining. Of course, they were like,
of course. I mean,
they were like, why is this game not a pure action game? It's being made by Platinum. But I'm like, it's a sequel, right?
You mean the RPG elements, or what are they talking about? The bullet dodging elements, or
yeah, basically everything. They were like hoping it's gonna be like a Bayonetta or Transformers Devastation.
That's dumb.
I'm like, it's a sequel, right?
It's a sequel.
I rather they keep all the things that make Nier unique rather than make it Devil May Cry 10.
Absolutely. One interesting thing about Nier, you've played Nier, right?
Oh yeah, it's really good. I don't recommend it for everyone though.
It's having to replay the game over and over again is an interesting twist.
What?
Like each time you play the game through, like there's new game plus, like each new game plus is like a completely different ending.
Really?
I believe there's a couple of I can't really remember much.
How many
like
different
5,
endings?
I think.
5? Who plays the
5
game
or 7? There's
Actually,
a
the
huge
story
number.
is really interesting.
It's very complex.
Yeah, it's very complex. Yeah, definitely.
Well, the first time you play through the game, so I'm just going to spoil this like million-year-old game for you guys.
Did you play it?
The first time.
I have
I watched Let's Play.
Oh, okay. Who? Game Grumps?
Super Best Friends. Game Grumps don't play cool games.
Right. Does Super Best
It's
Friends,
true.
how do they handle a serious game like this? Because it's pretty serious, like the content of the story.
Super Best Friends?
Like, do they make stupid jokes even though it's like...
They
really.
just kind of talk more.
about
They'll talk more
mechanics,
seriously about it.
lore,
Yeah.
because usually when they play a serious game, it's rarely their first time playing it, so they talk about the game in detail.
Yeah.
But like the first time through the game, you're fighting all these monsters, and they make monster sounds. But then like in one of the new game pluses, you can actually speak monster, and so you hear that they're like begging for your help, or like for you to stop. Like you're the aggressor. Like it turns out, like killing all these monsters.
Yeah, because after beating the first time, you kind of know, oh shit, I'm actually like sort of the bad guy here.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then when you play the second time, you can understand everybody what they're saying. So basically, oh man, it's so complex. I don't even know where to start.
You can't.
You're like
can't
the monsters that you're fighting are sort of like the souls of the humans. and you are just the shell without the souls.
Oh, jeez.
So basically, the monsters and you kind of make a whole, and the main villain is your soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so it's a very good story, and it's a spin-off of the Dragon Guard series, and there's a lot of there's bullet hell mechanics in it. There's even one level where it just turns into a text-based adventure,
Yeah.
and it's really creepy because it's like in some kind of haunted house or something, if I remember correctly, or something, a haunted forest or something.
Yeah.
You start the text-based adventure in some haunted forest or something like that.
well,
But it's a very interesting, good game,
what
which
console was
is
it
kind
for?
of old. PS3
Okay. exclusive.
and it has one of the best soundtracks. I know I keep repeating this, but yes, one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. Yes,
It's pretty cool.
it's so good. So yeah, I'm super looking forward to the next game. Although I've been kind of disappointed with the last couple of Platinum games. Yeah, I heard that Ninja
Korra
Turtles one sucks.
And
Korra wasn't that
Transformers.
good.
I didn't even hear about Ninja Turtles, actually.
It was
Actually,
just so
didn't
bad that don't even bother. And Transformers Devastation, which a lot of people like, I didn't really, because they turned Transformers just basically into a hack and slash, and I really don't want that for Nier.
Nobody I know really liked that game. There are people who thought it was okay, but nobody's like, this game's really good.
I see like so many
it's
positive
fine.
reviews because I think there's so little Transformers games.
It is probably one of the best Transformers games.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, next piece of news. The Last Guardian is finally out.
I know.
Oh yeah, it looks so bad.
Is it? Does it?
I don't know. I've heard decent
so-
things about it.
The reviews
think-
are good. They're
Yeah.
averaging like 7 and 9.
Okay.
Sort of like
Yeah, that's what I
7
was-
and
yeah.
The one review that I read,
For who?
I think on the whole it was Ars Technica. They said I think on the whole they said it was good, but like if I had interest in this game, the review would have maybe not buy it, because they said it was very finicky. So like a lot of the time, like let's say there's an obstacle where you're like, I need to climb a ledge. You climb the ledge by going over to it, whistling for the beast to come. The beast comes, you stand on his head, you jump from his head onto the ledge. The problem is they deliberately made the beast behave like an animal. So sometimes you'll whistle and he just won't come over.
Yeah.
So then you're not sure if he's just being whiny or if that's not a ledge you can interact with. Or like sometimes
Is it a bug?
you'll jump over a ledge and then you'll whistle for him to come and he like can't path to you and it just takes forever to get to.
So it's
just
buggy.
really- it's
No,
buggy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's. That's the hard part. Because that's the hard part with this game. Is it's hard to tell if that's being buggy or that's what they intended.
Or
That's-
bad. It's either buggy or bad.
So that's what I mean. Yeah.
Let's
I know
say it's buggy. How are they gonna fix such a linear game?
I mean, it's just it's not problems with the level. It's mostly just problems with the AI behavior.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the
Just
AI
make it a little
behavior.
smarter,
Seems
and I
to
think it
be.
would fix most of the problems I've heard about.
Yeah. I'm still gonna definitely pick it up, just because I've been waiting for this game for too long. So, and I get way too
Final Fantasy
emotionally
15
sucked into
got
this
it
game.
already. No. Did you get FF15 yet?
I have not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a boy band road trip thing.
That's what I keep
Reading
saying.
that story sounded so dumb.
See,
This
I
is a
don't,
good game, but
I
that
can't tell
story
if
is
it's
like, oh,
good
jeez.
or terrible from what I
Yeah, I
am
don't-
seeing. Like,
I think it's
I've
a
heard the
good
gameplay is
game,
good.
but
The
not
gameplay is good.
but not a oh my god, this took 10 years kind of good.
Well, the
Yeah.
story's, I heard, not very compelling.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I've had people that have been put up like through PS4 share screenshots, and I'm just like, I can't take this seriously because all I'm seeing is a bunch. Like, there's one where it's like a bunch of like the boy band carrying this huge fish, and I was very confused.
I mean, this Final Fantasy has always been weird.
I know, but it was just.
It just looks silly with the high graphics, though.
Yes,
like, better
thank
graphics
you.
make silly
Yeah.
things sillier.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, it'd be one thing if I was seeing, like, Cloud and his not polygrams, you know what I'm talking about, like, freaking
Polygons.
Polygons, thank you, I can't think of polyhedrons, I was about to say. Polygons carrying a fish. It's another thing when I see uncanny valley detail. Someone,
Right.
pretty boy bands carrying a fish.
Well, like, it was funny. Super Best Friends were just playing the recent Lara Croft game, and the scene where she's like hunched up, like trudging through the snow, and if you make her like walk forward and walk back, she's like this like stomping dance. She's like, her hair's like waving. Yeah, just like higher graphics, just make silly things look so funny.
Too funny.
True, I can see that.
Yeah, so I can't tell if I'm supposed to buy Final Fantasy 15 today or just wait.
I mean, you already have a PS4. What's another $60?
Last Guardian. I'm just kidding.
Just wait for your brother to buy it.
That's what's gonna happen.
Keep reminding him every day. I want to know what you think about the game. That's why.
I mean, that's what's gonna happen, especially since he told me, he's like, because he got into Final Fantasy 14 recently, and I was like, I don't know why you made that poor life decision, but he did, and he's like, now I'm like excited for Final Fantasy 15. I'm just like, no, bad.
So yeah, talking about. I don't even know what on the segue. So basically, Bulletstorm. So
okay.
That was a shitty segue. So Bulletstorm, that remaster, HD, 1080p, 60 FPS remaster.
Right, we mentioned this last week, yeah.
Yeah, and by I think the studio name is People Can Fly, and they're working with the Borderlands guys, Gearbox. So the asshole Randy Pitchford, Randy Pitchford, he basically came out and said this new Bulletstorm full clip edition will not have an upgrade option for people who already own the original game.
Oh no.
They're not getting it for free. There's not gonna be a sale. Nada. The game is gonna be $50.
I mean, that's why I don't buy like Dark Souls Game of the Year editions, I guess.
A game that had problems selling 5 years ago, and they're gonna release it as a $50 game with apparently bonus Duke Nukem because he sells games.
Oh gosh. This is a
if
disaster.
If you don't remember what Gearbox did to Duke Nukem already, just Google Gearbox Duke Nukem. And fuckers at the back or something, I don't know. But yeah, Randy Pitchford is such an asshole. And he's so yeah, it's the thing is they have the right to do this. I'm not saying that they don't.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course.
The thing is his reasoning is so dumb. Basically saying the reason why we can't give this as a free upgrade type thing is because on Steam, this game will be a different SKU. I'm pretty sure the other games that people have gotten for upgrades, like free upgrades or whatever, have also been different SKUs. Like the Darksider stuff.
Mm.
So, if you don't want to give it, just say you don't want to give it. You don't have to say the different SKUs.
Yeah, that's not...
I mean, he could be right, but because it's Randy Pitchford, so I don't really. He is a fucking liar, basically. Aliens, Colonial Marines, anyone?
Yeah. Yep.
And he basically told people if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna buy it. not $50 for basically removing games for Windows Live, porting it to be 1080p, 60 FPS. And I believe that all game also runs at 60 FPS already. So, and shoehorning Duke Nukem in. That's what you're getting for $50.
It's too much of a risk for certain people. Nope.
$50.
No.
$250. Get 2 games.
So, next piece of news. The Nintendo Switch, rumor has it, might be getting GameCube VC. Which is interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be great if it's true.
Yeah.
If it's true.
I think it can help sell things. It definitely can help
people
sell.
have, for some reason, maybe it's my generation, have like a really high opinion of the GameCube. Like the GameCube's the best system ever. Like it has like 8 good games.
But it's like back then when it
Like
came
the
out,
NES. Right? I mean, it's like
Everybody
there were
hated
games
it.
that were really big to you when you were a kid when it came out. But like the system itself, like wasn't that much better or worse than most other systems. Like I mean, I don't know.
I
It didn't
never
have that
had a
many good games.
GameCube, so yeah, I never had a GameCube, so I never got to.
GameCube was my first system.
Yeah,
Nice.
see, I was PS1.
I really like the form factor.
So
It looks cool.
So yeah, so it's hard for me to like jump on that nostalgia train, but I know it exists like so strongly.
It's it was more powerful than a PS2, but because they limited themselves by not including it as a DVD player,
Yeah, absolutely.
basically it runs on like a smaller disc, right? It's like yeah. So
It's pretty small.
it's a proprietary thing because Nintendo.
Of course, because it's Nintendo.
Oh,
They're like the Apple of video games.
which is really weird. They just came out and said that the charging port for the Switch is gonna be a USB-C.
That's true.
That's
That's very kind
weird.
of them and weird.
Wow, that's very nice of them.
Yeah, it's not a Nintendo thing at all to do that
Yeah.
because it's not proprietary.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
Also, another thing, Super Mario Run, that game for the iOS, is going to be online only. You need to be online to play it.
Oh yeah, I saw that. To prevent cheating, whatever that means.
Cheating? What the fuck? Is that the excuse? Holy shit.
That's what I saw.
What?
As a headline.
No, I do not
Yeah.
like this online trend. Stop it, game. Stop it.
Most people play phone games in airplanes, in places that is very difficult to get a proper,
Yeah.
line.
Exactly.
And you're kind of... And it's a $10 game. It's not free, by the way. It's $10.
Oh,
It's going to be $10.
jeez. No, that better
It's
be
not
get
cheap.
downloaded on my phone. If it's $10, that better be downloaded. Bad.
So, yeah.
Bad.
So that's kind of Nintendo. Every time they do something good, they take 2 steps back.
Thanks, Nintendo.
But they showed it off on what is that guy's name? What is that talk show host that's really fake and happy all the time? Jimmy Fallon.
I was like, which one? There's a lot.
Yeah. That's one of them.
That's one of them.
Who are the others? Jimmy Kimmel.
There's Jimmy
Jimmy
Kimmel.
Kimmel's
Jimmy
one of
Kimmel's
them.
just kind of crotchety.
Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien was another one I wasn't sure if you were thinking of.
Really?
There's
I enjoy him.
I also
But
like Jimmy
I feel
Fallon, but I
his
also like
I feel his shows have been kind of not as good as it used to be.
yeah.
There's
also-
Seth Meyers has his own show.
I like his personality because
who's-
he's Seth
Seth
Meyers. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Meyers hosted the weekend edition segment of SNL before the current people. He seems really nice and funny, but I don't think he's like bombastic enough to be like super mainstream.
That's the problem. Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
anyway, Jimmy Fallon.
they were talking about Super Mario Run on the Jimmy Fallon show, and as a surprise to everyone, surprise, you mean advertisement, they showed off the Nintendo Switch, and they showed off Breath of the Wild on the big screen, and when they took out the tablet thingy, the screen just shifted like with magic and shit. But it's not as seamless as the trailer made it out to be.
Okay, I was
they
like,
held
is
it
it
up,
real?
waited for a couple of seconds, and then boom.
That's still
It was on
pretty
the
good,
tablet.
though.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty good.
That's still pretty good. I didn't even think that function was real. So I mean, they blew my expectations out. I thought that was a fake function that they just like hadn't figured out yet. So props to them, I guess.
Looks cool.
Wow.
Okay. 2 more pieces of stuff news thingies.
All right.
So the last 2 stuff will be about Square Enix.
Oh boy.
The first one is Final Fantasy. You want the good news or the bad news first? Let's start with
Which
the
is
good news.
funny. Okay, so let's do good. I was gonna say which is funnier. We'll end on that one.
So there's like a rumor. So basically they are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy 15. And not 15.
I was gonna say
Final
what?
Fantasy, the franchise.
Oh, okay.
The game did not take 30 years to make, by the way. So they were celebrating 30 years of Final
What
Fantasy.
year is it?
And there's a rumor that they're gonna come out with a bunch of like collection stuff. So apparently there's gonna be 3 versions of this collection, which is again a rumor. The regular version will come with Final Fantasy 1 all the way up to 9. And it will be released as a physical release for the PlayStation 4 and the PS Vita in one card or disc. The PS4 I can see because it's Blu-ray, but the Vita card, I don't think it has that much storage in it. I think it's like only 4 gigs.
This includes Final Fantasy 7 as well?
Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
which
wow.
is like all 4 discs.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
Maybe they're going to compress it somehow. Maybe the sound quality will go down or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite cool as a collection thing.
Yes, I'm just suspicious.
But people were like, because these are rumors, there's a chance that it's not going to be real, of course. So people were like, are Square really going to release like everything in one disc rather than selling it all separately as $15?
In 2 CDs, you mean each, which you have to pay for deal. I'm just kidding. But yes.
So yeah. So there's a collector's edition, which will come with those games. A poster, art book, a 8-bit black... What the fuck? 8-bit black mage keychain, which is cool. Okay. I like the black mage look.
Yeah.
A chocobo plush, and 2 discs with a selection of songs chosen by Nobuo Uematsu, which sounds cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the music.
And then there's a huge Crystal Complete Edition that's only gonna be made in limited quantities. Apparently, some people were saying this is gonna be $400, but $400 is actually cheap. I don't think they'll be selling it for $400.
For this
maybe
sort of thing.
So so the Crystal Complete Edition is gonna come with, again, all those games. It's also gonna come with Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD, Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, which is the HD remaster of Final Fantasy XII, the Final Fantasy XIII Trilogy, all 3 games, Final Fantasy 15 and all DLCs, apparently, Final Fantasy 14 and all expansions, and 3-month subscription. And it will come with all, the with Moogle plush, a Black Mage statue, trading card games, the Advent Children movie, soundtrack, the Kingsglaive and Brotherhood FF15 movies, and it's gonna be packed in a luxury chest decorated with the Final Fantasy logo.
That's not $400.
Here comes the scalpers. Here comes the scalpers.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Like, the scalping of that's gonna be awful. Because $400 is almost a steal for all that.
And another rumor is Final Fantasy 1, 2, 12 The Zodiac Age, Final Fantasy Tactics The War of the Lions, which is the PSP game, and Chrono Trigger could be released on Steam before the end of 2017.
Ooh,
that'd be cool.
And the rumor that I hope is real the most. Every other thing don't need to happen except for this, okay? Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy 15 are coming to the PC.
That would be, that's true.
Okay.
That's the best rumor.
Likely not until 2018. I don't care. As long as it comes out for the PC, I don't need to fork out money to buy a freaking PS4.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And also sales.
I mean, 50% off is better than no percent off.
30% off is good for those games. I'd take that.
I mean, I hope all the rumors are true because it will be a pretty damn cool collection. Mm-hmm. Especially that Crystal Complete Edition. It sounds so scalper heaven.
Oof,
I don't know how likely it sounds to be true though.
Yeah.
It sounds too good.
Yeah, it's just too good. I don't think FF7 Remaster is gonna come to the PC. I don't know why. I just feel it's not gonna come. I don't know. I wish. Please be true. Okay. So now the next piece of news about Square. So apparently, this is also not no update or comment was made by Square Enix about this thing, but a Spanish website, I don't even know how to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna even try, said that Square told them through a PR company that they are no longer getting review copies because they scored FF15 a 7.5 out of 10. And that makes them volatile, a liability, basically.
I see.
Okay. Good job. Oh. That is, like, I'm not surprised, because that is a thing in the industry. Like,
Yeah.
I remember reading that somewhere where if you give bad reviews to games, you're not seen as like a reviewer, you're seen as a volatile reviewer. Like, that's a phrase.
Yeah, I follow James Sterling. So many publishers hate him.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Sad.
Yes, very.
it's sad that game news sites have to depend on review copies. It's just sad.
Yeah, it's true.
Because they have to be timely with their reviews.
Absolutely.
Unless they have a very fixed audience, and like James Sterling, he has a Patreon and all that, so he can make reviews weeks, sometimes a couple of months after the game's been released, because people read their content because they want to read his content.
Or zero punctuation.
And people are not like, because he knows that they can get reviews for purchasing decisions from other game outlets, and people read his review because they just enjoy his writing or want to know his opinion about a game. He constantly gets requests to do reviews on games, and he just doesn't have the time. So it's good if you have a fan base that wants to read your review,
But
because
to get that fan base.
Yeah, to get that fan base.
You
It's
gotta
not
play by the rules.
if you're the regular news site where you depend on being timely and shit, it's very difficult to do that.
Yeah.
And you depend on like 2-week early review copies. So that sucks. So yeah. That is all.
Okay.
So yeah. I'm dry. Nothing else. You guys want to say anything else?
Got nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot.
None.
One really interesting thing. So it's about that DRM Denuvo. Did you hear anything about this for like recently?
No.
So I opened Steam one fine day, like a couple of days ago. And I was like, why the fuck is Doom downloading 11 gigabytes? Like, what are you updating here? So
What?
apparently it's because of the way the game is made or whatever. They always have to re-download assets or something. I don't know. But the update added bots into multiplayer, which is cool, which is such an old school thing. I love that. And it took out the Denuvo DRM, which is interesting because you know the game Inside by the Limbo guys
Yes.
also came out with a DRM free version on GOG, and their Steam version was updated to take out Denuvo.
Interesting.
So
Cool.
apparently Denuvo has a stipulation, I guess. They have like a thing where they say, if your game is pirated within this few months,
Right.
we will refund you, or you don't have, you can, but if we refund you, you have to take out Denuvo, something like that. Which is interesting.
What's the point?
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with that compromise to have
Yeah.
Denuvo for the first 3-4 months and
Yeah.
then taking it out rather than, having Denuvo. I mean, if they need DRM, because most of games sell during the first few months and during during the sales. So
Yeah. I remember we kind of talked about this, that this seems like a pretty decent compromise over issues of pirating, but also, the issues of DRM.
yeah. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
Okay.
I didn't know they had like a clause like that.
Good guy
So,
knew
yeah.
That's cool.
And I forgot to mention, Watch Dogs 2 runs pretty well on PC. Way better than the first game.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Yeah. But I was having
impressed.
trouble today for some reason. It was eating up my CPU for like 90%. It was usually averaging about 50 to 60%.
Okay.
So and I tried recording just to test stuff, and I can't record it. I literally just can't. So I have no idea how to do it now. So fuck it. Oh well.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all. I promise. That's all. So yeah. And we're planning to do a last episode when? Remind me?
We talked about potentially doing it. I think it was the next 2 weeks, and then taking the 30th off. Was that what we talked about? I know definitely next week. I just can't remember if we said we would do the last episode on the 23rd or on the 16th.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Do you want to do the last episode on the Christmas weekend or the last weekend of the year?
I don't
know.
I don't
You
think I
guys
really.
doing anything?
I'm trying to remember.
Because that episode will be our Game of the Year episode. No Man's Sky is Game of the Year for everyone.
I think it might be easier for me to have the 23rd be the final episode, but
We can do that.
I'm flexible. I'm just thinking of just personal scheduling wise that might be easier.
Yeah, okay. So yeah,
I
look
think
out for that last episode of the year where we get to talk about our favorite games and we get to shit on our not so favorite games of this year. But spoiler, basically No Man's Sky will be everyone's Game of the Year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I never even played it. I know it's my favorite.
Yeah, as you may know from this year's really positive No Man's Sky news. So yeah. Good place to wrap up?
Good place to wrap up?
So, internet places. Tell the people of
I
these
have places.
internet places.
Places on the internet. I have a place on the internet. I am on YouTube as Sarahscopic, Sarahscopic. You can also find me as Sarahscopic on Twitter and a Facebook page. So
Did you
hit
say
me up,
Twitcher?
folks. Twitter and Facebook.
Okay.
Yep. Same places, but Foehamner.
And yeah, I'm on the YouTubes and the Twitters and the Facebooks. Facejob. As Pupunoob, Pupunoob, Facejob. Sounds so wrong. Like, which hole do you go in?
The ear.
The ear.
Alright.
Okay. Not the eye socket? Okay. Okay. That's the last one.
Squishy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. Didn't Trevor from GTA 5 talked about fucking something in the eye socket or something like that?
I don't know. I just always know the term skull fucking. That's what I know
Yeah.
it as.
From Borderlands, right?
Borderlands, was it? I don't
I'm
know.
gonna turn you into a meat bicycle.
You know Trevor is in Westworld, right?
Is that guy
With the
That's pretty
mustache?
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you say it, I can picture him, but I didn't know.
When I
That's
saw
him.
him, I'm like, is it really him? I mean, he has such a distinct look. You can't really run away from
it is him.
It is him.
Because I've seen that guy's done some stuff on Corridor Digital,
Yeah.
and it totally
I
is him.
actually looked it up. It's really him. He is on Westworld.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he tried to rape the main character. So yeah.
Oh, good.
Of course he did.
Yeah, because it's the Wild Wild
Trevor. West.
Yeah, Wild Wild West, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is episode 78 of the playonultra podcast.
Don't time travel, kids.
Yeah. Don't face job people. So yeah, thank you very much for liking, commenting, and subscribing and watching.
Without
and listening.
consent.
That's an important caveat.
Yeah. So yes, thank you very much for watching and listening, and we will see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.